Hello again. This is our last session, and this time we're going to talk about a little something that's close to my heart. The churches in our community and the young people in our community. The schools and the churches and their role in understanding the problems of the poor and how can they help. And the first thing that they can do, our churches, our young people, is understand what we're trying to say here. And that is, in order to help the poor, in order to have programs designed to work to help the poor, that we must have the prevention programs and the service programs working together. It creates a new service, a holistic service, one that not only helps the donor, it helps the people who are involved in the program, but it also helps in the evaluation process to see whether or not those programs are effective. So I'm going to do this, and we're going to make this real short. The prevention component is necessary for our future. And once you begin to see this, you'll see that never again will you put your money into a program that doesn't say, well, look, there is prevention programs, there's service programs, work together to deal with the problem. You'll never do it because you understand that without these working together, we cannot expect change. But if we keep going down the road that we're going, well, we'll get exactly what we're getting. And if you think things are getting better for the poor, then fine. But if you know better, and as I said, the churches and the communities and the young people, they look at this thing a lot different. They're not into tradition, they're into what's right. And is it right to have the service organizations get the funding to deal with the problem when there are proven prevention programs that are dealing with the same problem? It's the politics, or one might call the politics of this area. And unless we address it, and unless we put ourselves out there, we're going to be in the same place from now on. Now, I challenge you to start your investigation right here. My name is Creighton Rippey. I am the director of the Greater Detroit Community Outreach Center. We started services back in 1976 toward the prevention of teen parenthood. Start your investigation right here. Then look at your program, the one that you're concerned about, whether it's feeding the hungry or dealing with the homeless or dealing with child abuse, drug abuse, and deal with your investigation there. And if all the funds are being centered around servicing these problems, then you need to stand up and say, hey, there's a guy, his name is Creighton Rippey. He says that for every service program, there is a prevention program trying to work with it. Now, in putting these programs together, then you can give us an analysis of how effective your program was. But that takes courage, a different kind of courage, a courage that stand up and says, yes, it's important, and I'm willing to do my part. And your part is understanding. And if you don't think that there's an issue here, then don't. But I think that as we have been talking, something is getting through to get you to understand. We cannot do this with regards to just service. Without prevention, then we're losing. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank you for being a part of this 5-part series. And again, to get it, we have a pamphlet that if you download the pamphlet, it'll give you each of the 5-part series in a 1-page analysis. Take it, read it, and do then what you think you need to do in order to do your part for your particular charity. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Again, my name is Creighton Rippey. You can look us up on the web at www.greaterdetroitoutreach.org. Thank you.